beneath. When she bites her fingernails, her mother hides her teeth. Her general appearance is what you call offbeat. I don't mind girls with kinky boots, but she's got kinky pearl teeth ain't so hot. Her heart is in the right place, but the rest of her is not. Now at her birthday party, the cake it wasn't bad. I like the aging candles that were on the slice I had. Oh, there it was that moment. And working, she resents. She's slower than a nudist trying to climb a barbed wire fence. She talked so slow one evening when she went out with the boss. Before she could say I'm not that kind of a girl she was. Oh, there was that blooming sunshine.
Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Soapbox Jury. And let's see who we have on tonight's panel, shall we? Fred Curry, disc jockey. Hello there. Lisa Gassolmacher, film star. Evening. Lady Edgware. Lady. And finally, Ted Crumble, film actor. Hello. Well, now let's see what they think of this one. Lady Edgware.
Well, I liked it. It was gay, it was vivacious, and it had a most wonderful beat going all the time there. I really thought it was awfully nice. Of course, personally, I prefer my tunes a little more, if you'll pardon the expression, robust.
Oh, you mean like Mac the Knife?
Yes, like the sort of tunes he sings, yes. And of course, the teenagers seem to like it out there, and they're the ones that will buy it, of course. You see, mind you, of course, I left my teens way back in 1957, but I can't say for sure, but I do think it'll go up. I think it's awfully gay. I do really think, yes.
Ted Crumble.
Well, I found it most exciting. I mean, I think it had a wonderful beat and a wonderful backing, and I think it'll go. I think it's so exciting.
Fred Curry.
I liked it. I really did. Although I felt that the introductory passage, that little run up on the piano, or as we in the business call it, an archipelago, was reminiscent of a track from the LP Elsie and Doris Waters in Las Vegas. I felt that. And I do feel this group owes an awful lot to Wingy Manone, Muggsy Spanier, Jelly Roll Morton, Victor Sylvester, to say nothing of Edmund O'Ross, the Irish band leader. But I would hazard a guess and say this disc will not go into the top 20 until the second week in April, when it will go in at number 16. And the week afterwards, of course, it will go to number 12, and the week after that, of course, it will leave the top 20. Of course, it's only a guess, you know, I could be wrong.
Lisa Gasometer.
Well, I liked it. I thought it was nice. I like the backing and the fronting. Like the two sidings. Yeah. And I like that banjo that done all the twiddly bits. Or was it a trombone? Well, I like the rhythm and that. I liked it.
But do you think it'll go up?
Up where? Well, if enough people buy it, it will. That's obvious, isn't it?
Right, now, well, let's see how our jury are going to vote on this one. Well, they don't seem to be able to make up their minds, so we ask our audience judges what they think. And they voted, sir? That was a noisy one, wasn't it? Excuse me. Hello? Yes? Oh. Well, it would seem that several viewers have phoned up and said that Miss Gasometer looks like she hasn't got a dress on the screen. Would you mind standing up, Lisa? See? Really, your minds. Bye now.
Bobby Gently with the latest, and it's the dustbins of your mind. Here you go, then.
My daddy lived to 98 and never had a fever or a cold. 'Cause he didn't drink or smoke or go with girls till he was 10 years old. But coming from the liquor store one night, he went and got a terrible cough. And he rubbed his back with whiskey and he broke his neck just trying to lick it off. Sold me in marriage to Farmer Dagwood for a spotted sow. He said he'll make a thoughtful husband 'cause he warms his hands before he milks the cow. I said I don't want to waste my youth and beauty on that old white-haired fella. He said just 'cause there's snow up on the roof don't mean there ain't a fire in the cellar.
mumbling about that. Here. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's a new record. It's the Spatulas. And I'll never know. I'll never know, never know, never know, never know. I'll never know, never know, never know, never know. I'll never know why a horse racing in the field all day should be so hard to see when he's so full of hay. I'll never know how a rose can look so sweet and pure and hold its head up high when it's standing in manure. I'll never know, never know, never know. Oh, I'll never know why Mother Nature gave my wife such a beautiful face, and hair soft as lace. Yes, Mother Nature gave my wife that beautiful face that she's got. And then she stuck her tongue in it and spoiled the flipping lot. Why, I'll never know, never know, never know, never know. I'll never know, never know, never know, never know. I'll never know, never know, never know. Finally got to the light, didn't I? And a match, yeah. Right, well, that's all we've time for now, boys and girls, anyway. And we're going out with a number one, and it's Ronnie Aldrich and the Layabouts, and here they are. Bye-bye, see you all.
Day after day in their darkened huts. Outside the sun is shining, but they just sit in the dark, eating nuts, drinking fermented maize water, and swallowing clotted goat's milk, which they eat with a simple wooden spoon. What a backward, childlike people they are.
I'm home, honey.
Oh, sheep dip.
Guess what? That doctor insisted on giving me a complete examination. I had to take all of my clothes off. Can you imagine that?
Do you mind? I'm eating.
That doctor told me I have the most perfect body he's ever seen.
Didn't he say anything about that big, fat, ugly bum of yours?
No, he never even mentioned your name. Just, and look at the way you dressed me. If any of your friends came round here, they'd think I was the cook.
Not if they came to dinner.
It's our anniversary.
Oh, it's our anniversary. Big deal.
You remember our wedding night? Gosh, you were so eager you didn't even give me time to take my stockings off.
Tonight you'll have time to knit yourself a pair.
You stunk! Nick and Honey.
Congratulations, dear.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, how kind.
Oh, you and Martha have been married for 14 years.
It's funny. I don't remember breaking 2 mirrors.
Mom, 14 years married to that great big He-Man.
He-Man? Honey, that feller of mine got a hernia trying to inhale a filter cigarette.
Well, I never did.
Honey, you must have done.
The girls at college adore him. Doesn't it ever worry you, him chasing after girls?
Honey, I've got a dog that chases after cars. But if he caught one, he couldn't drive the damn thing!
Why don't you lace up your mouth and rant out your head as a football? Men like me don't grow on trees, you know.
No, they swing from them!
Well, we just stepped by to wish you well.
It's been lovely, it really has.
You'll have to forgive her. She's going through a funny time.
It's all right. I understand.
You do understand, don't you? Did you see the way that man looked at me? What would you do if you came home and found a man in bed with me? I'd hit him over the head with his white stick.
She's beautiful, and she uses palms.
I use pawns. So does a duck. That's true. There. You think I'm lovely, don't you, Polly? Polly, say you're lovely. Say you're lovely.
You're lovely. You're lovely.
You turn me on, you sexy thing.
You turn me on, you sexy thing.
Come along, my dear. It's time for your bed.
You have chosen to answer questions on general knowledge. Is that right?
Pass.
What is celery?
High-class wages.
Anemic rhubarb. What is bologna?
Sausage.
Bologna is where you find the hem of a nice girl's skirt. What do you call Russian napkins?
Pass.
Soviets. Why do cows wear bells round their necks?
Because their horns don't work.
Well done. And you will be. What does it mean when your palm itches?
Visitors are coming.
And when you itch all over?
They've arrived.
Oh, Duffy fell down 2 flights of stairs with a pint of whiskey. None was spilled. Why was that?
He kept his mouth shut.
What is higher purchase?
Higher purchase is feathering your nest with a little down. A little down.
Higher perches are what brave budgies stand on. What is a bachelor?
A man who hasn't thought seriously about getting married.
A man who has thought seriously about getting married. What is an asset?
A little donkey.
An ascot?
A little donkey's bed.
A pathologist?
A man who can find his way through a wood.
Unabridged?
A river you have to wade across.
What is it that a man does standing up? A woman does sitting down, and a dog does with one leg raised.
Pass.
Pass what?
I don't know the answer.
The answer is shake hands. I am 19 years old. I have a lovely soft-speaking voice, a gorgeous figure, a passionate disposition, soft red lips, eyes like pools of liquid. I own a pub and I don't drink. Who am I?
Who cares? Kiss me.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, one of those popular programs on commercial television last year was Ladybirds, in which the cameras went behind the scenes and gave you a peep into the private lives of well-known pop girl singers. Well, we thought it was time that the pop boy singers had a chance. So here is the BBC's answer to Ladybirds. It's called Laddie Boys. my son. Because he's been keen on the rhythm music, you know, like ever since he got that electric guitar.
Oh, yeah.
He got it at the Works raffle.
He won it?
No, he organised it. Then he joined this group of singers, you know. Didn't I have some funny names? There was Bushel Head and Knuckles and Four Eyes. They were lovely girls, though. Very nice, but they're so proud of my boy now. Round here they are. At the last school prize giving, they asked him to go along and give out the prizes and charge and everything up there. Only he had a kipper for his lunch, and I think it was a bit off because he had a pain, and he couldn't go along and
officiate.
Yes, it was a kipper he ate. I told you it was officiate.
Oh, he's a lovely boy. He is really. I mean, you couldn't wish to have a nicer brother than Ernie. Oh dear. You didn't know his name was Ernie, did you? Well, it is Ernie, yes. Ernie Pulteney. Still, I suppose Ernie Pulteney's not a very good name for a pop singer, is it? But I, of course, retain the name of Pulteney where I work at Niggles Hardware Store. But then, of course, I work a whole year to make the same amount of money as Ernie gets for making one gramophone record. Still, that's life, I suppose. Not that I grudge it him at all, because he's a lovely boy, really is. Generous to a fault. Yes, he's a lovely lad. I mean, he's good to his mother.
Yeah.
And he's admired and he's respected. And he's decent and he's clean living. I only wish I could say the same about some of those little scrubbers that he knocks about with. But I can't. Still, that's Ernie. Tex, I mean. Mind, of course, it hasn't been easy for him, you know, because he had a hard life. I mean, he left school at 14 and he was out of work for the next 11 and a half years. Oh, how old did he tell you he was?
19.
Did he really? Well, I never. Oh, 19, eh? Well, that would be, yes, 5 years he was out of work. Well, he couldn't do any heavy work, you see, on account of his back.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
It's got a yellow streak down it, that's what's wrong with it. Well, he is your brother, you know. No, Mother, I will speak my mind. I will. I mean, look at the tricks he's pulled on me. What about my bicycle pump, then? What about my bicycle pump? 3 years I never had my bicycle pump back. And what about Angela and the baby? You don't know about Angela and the baby, do you?
Oh, he's a lovely boy. Like I tell you, Sonny, when he was left school, he was out of work for a bit, and his mum, she had to keep him by taking him washing. And I'll say one thing with that boy, he wasn't ashamed. He wasn't a bit ashamed. Well, he knew, you see, she wasn't strong enough to do heavy work, see?
Oh, I wouldn't say.
I mean, since he got on, he can't do enough for her. Like, he bought her a wash tub, he bought her and a mango and a scrubbing brush and all that sort of thing, you know. Well, I knew he'd get on because he got it up there, see. I tell you something, we used to be out with a scrap iron on the old horse and cart, you know, and he used to put the blinkers on the horse and get on the cart and he used to say, here, go on there, go on, Dobbin, go on, Jackie boy, go on, Charlie boy, get up there, Neddy, you know.
How many horses did he have then?
Yeah, only the one, but with the blinkers on him, you see, and hearing all the other names, you know, he thought there was a lot of other horses helping him, see, so he used to put a bit harder. I knew he'd get on that board, I knew he'd get on.
Here's that great star, Tex Symbol, with his latest hit, joined by Patsy Ann Noble in Our Garden of Love.
Oh, the sun and the rain fell from up above and landed on the earth below in our garden of love. Oh, there's a rose for the way rose when we met. Forget me not to remind me to remember not to forget. A pine tree for the way I pined over you, and an ash for the day I asked you to be true. And the sun and the rain fell from up above and landed on the earth below. There's the palm tree that we planted when we had our first date. A turnip for the way you always used to turn a plate. Your mother and your cousin Chris, they often used to come
a nice chrysanthemum, and the sun and the rain fell up above and landed on the earth below in our garden of love. Oh, there's a beetroot for the day that you said you'd be true to me. A sweet pea for the sweet way you always smiled at me. But you had friends who needed you. There was Ferdy, there was Liza. So in their honor I put down a load of fertilizer. And the sun and the rain fell from up above and landed on the earth in our garden of love. But Gus the gardener's gone now, and you went with him too. The fungus here reminds me of the fun Gus is having with you. The rockery's a mockery, with weeds it's overgrown. The fuchsia's gone, I couldn't face the fuchsia all alone. And my tears fell like raindrops from the sky above and poisoned all the flowers in my garden of love. I'm afraid that's all we've time for at this point. We'll be back with you again before very long, I hope. Until then, on behalf of us all, good night and God bless.
The Vintage Years of the Cinema is one of BBC Two's most popular programs. But we feel it's high time viewers on BBC One had a chance to see some of these fine old films. Now, earlier on you saw a new film, a very modern film. At this moment, we're going to show you a film made in 1932, and it's called Passengers of Passion.
Hello there. Would you like to see my quarters? Hello, Daphne. Care for a cocktail? Oh, come on, Daphne. Be a sport. Let's have some fun.
I told you before, don't bother me, please.
Please yourself.
I say, that chap, he wasn't annoying you, was he?
No, it's all right. It's just that all women are crazy about him and he can't with him too.
I do see.
I I don't seem to have seen you on the boat before.
No, I spent most of my time in the...
You must have been very lonely in there.
I was rather.
Look at those stars. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes, but they're not half as you are.
That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Hello, Daphne. I say, won't you introduce me to your friend?
Oh, yes. This is Cynthia Longbottom. I'm afraid I don't know your name.
Roger.
Hello, Roger. If you would care to join me in a cocktail, Roger, I shall be in the bar.
I say, what a charming Longbottom.
Yes, they live in Cheltenham.
I say. Oh, I'm most terribly sorry.
How dare you? Get out! I'll ring for the steward.
No, there's no need to do that, my dear. I'll go. I must have got in the wrong cabin. I'm all aflutter. I'm never with Susie. She leads me, she's me beauty and charm. I'm woozy when Susie's holding my arm.
Jolly good, sir.
You know, Cynthia, I'm sure there's something fishy about that chap.
What makes you say that?
I spend most of my time in the water.
I say, Roger, would you care to have a... with me?
I'm sorry. I promised it to Daphne.
That's him over there.
Excuse me, sir. I must ask you to show me your ticket.
My ticket?
Yes, sir.
Very well,
Second class, eh? I must ask you to leave the first-class saloon immediately.
Very well.
And I shall have to report this to the captain.
Is this true? Are you really a second-class passenger?
I'm most terribly sorry. Do forgive me. I'll go.
Is this true? Are you really a second-class passenger?
I'm most terribly sorry. Do forgive me. I'll go.
Is this true? Are you really a second-class passenger?
I'm most
Is this true? Are you really a second-class passenger?
I'm terribly sorry. Do forgive me. I'll go. I'm terribly sorry. Do forgive me. I'll go. I knew he was a phony. A man with nothing but a clerk cab. I'm not sure. Let's have another drink. 2 more Manhattan bombs. Here's mud in your eye. Bottoms up, dear. Cheers.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. Daphne.
Roger,
What are you doing down here?
I changed my ticket for a second-class one.
Oh, you little fool. You sweet, dear little fool.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry about what happened, sir. The captain asked me to apologize. I didn't know you were the owner.
The owner?
Yes, madam. Mr. Roger owns the shipping line. 187 ships in all.
Oh, Roger!
Darling.
Hello, Daphne. Slumming.
That's him. He's the man. He's the one who's been annoying all the lady passengers.
So it's you. So you're the phantom prowler. Why, I've a dirty, filthy beast. It's a lie.
Is that you?
You know, the BBC has often been criticised for presenting far too many old films. So tonight we're going to put things right and present a film which was only made 3 months ago. And it is J. Arthur Klinker's very exciting The Stamp Collector.
Is anyone sitting there?
No.
Well, do you mind if I sit here, then?
British itself, it's a free country, isn't it?
Can I buy you a drink?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I hardly know you, do I? I mean, I'll have a small port, please.
2 ports, please.
Well, I don't usually drink with strange women, you know. I mean, one never knows where it might not lead to, does one?
2 ports.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep the change.
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, just look at that picture over there. Isn't it lovely?
Quite nice.
Do you think it's a constable?
No, he looks more like a game warden the way he's dressed, doesn't he? Mind you, I don't think it's quite as nice as that picture over there. I think that one's got a lot more to commend it.
Yes. That one is lovely, but it's not as lovely as that one over there. Just look at the brushwork.
I suppose. Mind you, I think the brushwork on that one over there is just as nice.
Yes, it is. But it's that one there. It's the detail that's so superb.
Yes. Mind you, I think the detail on that one over there is even superber.
Yes, I think you're right. Well, cheers.
Cheers, then.
Cheers.
You don't know what I know.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.